Hello, I'm late. Sorry I'm late. I'm late, but I'm here. Red is live. Um, yeah, I get off work at 3. It takes me a half an hour to get home. I uh, saw these roses on the side of the road on Wednesday, and um, she only took Zelle, and I couldn't get my Zelle to work. So I said to her, she spoke a little bit of English. I'll be back tomorrow. Will you be here tomorrow? And she said yes. And I said I'll bring cash. So I got these two rose bushes for $50, 25 a piece. The bigger one I got that's over there, the red one, the Freedom Rose, was $50 at the nursery. So I thought that was a good deal, and they look good. And I have these. I got these at Tractor Supply, as these are what I'm going to put them in. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And so um, yeah, I'm going to talk today about like Martha Beck and how much her books are helping me. The one about anxiety and the one about integrity, and even it was really interesting. I've listened to now not all of her books because she has a lot of books, but now I've recently listened to Leaving the Saints, which was very good, and Expecting Adam. That was really, really good. That's like her first. I don't think it's her very first book. I think maybe it's her second book, but it's her first book that was popular. So, Red's followers are called flames. So, I'm going to light the candle. Okay. Zero watching. Can't ask you if you can hear me or anything. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay. I got a new cup. I have water in here. Oh, I also have this bubbly sparkling water. It's cherry. Um, okay. Let me play my flute. What will I play for you? Let me think. Okay. Um, so I've had a good week. I hope you all are having a good week. I'm not happy about what's going on in politics, but I'm meeting with my Blue Corner Indivisible on Wednesdays and Sundays. We stand on the corner to protest Trump. So yeah, I'm gonna still talk about that, and I'm gonna talk about though how I stay balanced. Like, and Martha Beck really helps me stay balanced. And before, like one of my teachers, and don't get me wrong, um, I don't not like Joyce Meyer anymore. I feel like she was really good for me for a time. Um, and I know a lot of people might not like her. Um, and, she doesn't talk about politics. I'm thankful she doesn't. And I'm thinking she probably, um, her husband does, though. I'm thinking they're probably Trumpers, and I don't agree with that. So, but, anyways, I feel like she was good for me to listen to for a while. She was for that time in my life, anyways. So, if anybody's new here, hi. I'm Red Headed Riding Hood. I go by Red for short. My real name's Susan. I'm a 58-year-old mother of 5 children. I have 3 grandchildren. I got out of a marriage to a narcissist in 2018. It took 4.5 years. My divorce took 4.5 years. It was very complicated. I left Georgia in the middle of the pandemic, sold my house, paid off all my debt, including my car, paid cash for an RV that I traveled in for a year. And in 2022, I sold my RV and I sold my Sunny, my RV, to a dairy farmer named Gary, a retired dairy farmer named Gary in Missouri. I was on the Illinois side of St. Louis, and so I took um, me and a friend, um, Mario, delivered Sunny to Gary, the retired. Do you see that? You guys, have a hummingbird feeder. Did you see the hummingbird just come to my roses? I have got a hummingbird feeder. Like, I'll show you. I'll take you around. I'll take you around. I'll take you around. Do you want to see my garden so far? Take you around. We got ants, though. We got ants in our, so those are my roses. We got ants in our, hummingbird feeder, and they came in the house and they were really bad, and Ian didn't want to get any, like pesticide. He didn't want me to get any. I would have just got bug spray and sprayed it around the house and stuff, but he didn't want to do that. So we were trying natural stuff, and some essential oils made them go away. And then Ian got the baking soda and mixed with sugar, but I don't know how much that. We've been hosing off the. These are my tomato plants. I don't know how you can. I can't see the screen right now because of the glare, but those are my tomato plants and my aloe vera and my um, bougainvillea. But back here is my hummingbird feeder. I've been like hosing it off every day. It has ants in it again. This succulent is doing good back here. It was here when we got here, and I have ice plant, which was growing at my house in the valley when I was a kid. We got the ice plant. It was blooming when we moved in, right after we moved in. And this is another succulent right here. And so yeah, that's. Did I show you my rose? I don't know. Well, if it was over there, I meant to show it to you. Am I still connected? Good. Okay, and this is my other bird feeder that I need to refill. And this is the tree that has a lot of black holes in it, but it's blooming, but the blooms are falling like immediately. It seems like. Um, and we saw a healthy one when we went to the beach, and I took a picture of it to send to the. I haven't sent it to her yet, though, to show her. I'm like, this is what a healthy tree like this looks like. Because it's still like dropping a lot of stuff. And it's getting the flowers, but they're falling like immediately. So, anybody one watching, it says hello, 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 hello. Um, so, um, I work 28 hours a week. I've been thinking about like the direction my channel's going, and I do want to still talk about politics if I continue with it, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of in a I'm kind of having questions about my YouTube and if I'm going to keep going with it. So, but I might take a break. But I feel like I'll be guided. And today I want to talk to you about how much Martha Beck's most recent book, especially, but her most recent book is Beyond Anxiety, and I've listened to it like twice on Audible. I want to get a hard copy though, because it helps to have a hard copy, and I haven't really done like the you can write in a hard copy, and I'm trying to get this to come up and have all these things be gone. There it is. It looks like that. It looks like that. I have her link below. I'll also drop it in the chat. But it's talking about creativity, and it made me realize just how much it just makes so much sense. And it's why I've struggled with writing since I started having there were two reasons why I stopped traveling in my RV. And the first one, the biggest reason was because I was having anxiety about it. I was having anxiety about driving my RV and just the whole thing. I was always having anxiety about it, but I did it anyways. That is one lesson that Joyce taught, which is true, is that to overcome your fears, you do it afraid. And so I was doing it afraid, but my anxiety wasn't lessening, though. I still had my anxiety. And then the YouTube bullies made my anxiety worse. And I learned that the thing with getting bullied or getting put out of a group is a thing it's in our DNA. We are wired for connection, like Brene Brown says. And because when we were cave people, we had to be in the tribe to survive. And so it really triggers your anxiety if you're put out of a group. And that has happened to me over and over and over again. And something I realized on my own, and I think that Martha Beck does talk about it a little bit in her book too, is that my anxiety about being rejected, I'm going to be rejected, I'm going to be rejected, I'm going to be rejected, and then having anxiety about that would cause me to do something to get me rejected. It would cause me to freak out, it would cause my anxiety to spiral, and then I say or do something that causes me to be rejected. So, and that's happened to me over and over again, like with the stuff with uh, the church. I was put out of several Celebrate Recovery group, and then I was really, I had I'm estranged from some of my children, and that's so painful, and that's what caused me to be suicidal in 2019, and then decide to leave Georgia. And but I'm really, really happy. That really was the best thing really just, God led me get out of Georgia, and Ian's back, and that really helped me. But yeah, anyways, so I was looking at my journal from a year ago, and it has a hummingbird on it. See, so yeah. So and I was trying to look up if I could see where I when I got the book when I heard about Martha Beck, and I think it was right before I left Denver, but I don't know. But she has a channel. Let me link her channel. I'll link her channel, even though it's linked below, but I'll put it in the chat too. Hey, look, I got the roses.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I figured that out. Yeah, I didn't call them this time. I called them. I forgot that they said, like you unplug your router when your internet's not working. And Ian had unplugged it. Last time that happened, I came home and he wasn't here. And the internet wasn't working, so he unplugged the router. The router's in my room. And I didn't realize it. And I called the internet company. And it was kind of interesting because Ian said something that would have triggered me, and I'm like, it really didn't trigger me, but it did get me to thinking. He said, "Oh, they were probably mad that you called them and wasted their time or something." And I was just like, I said to him later, I said, no, well, I don't think they were mad. For one, I don't think he was mad. Um, and but I'm like, why would I care if the internet people are mad? Like, it's like after all I've been through. I mean, like, some of my kids like seem to hate me, and it's just like I'm, I've come to accept that. I'm learning to let go of a lot of things. There's a great group too that's on Facebook that I'm a part of called this Mothers of Estranged Children. I think I shared the link before. I'll share the link again. You have to join it. It's Moms of Estranged Adult Children. And it's on Facebook. But so when Ian said that, it just made me think, and I was just like, well, I said to him later, I'm like, I don't really think they're mad, but like, I really don't give. I really, it's like lots of people have hated on me and hated me and put me out of their YouTube community because red's evil. And like, I really don't give a flip if the cable guy gets mad at me because I call him because I'm supposed to call him. My cable's not working, and like, oh, I forgot. I forgot. I just got off work. I'm kind of exhausted. Probably wanted to watch The View. I watch The View every day, and last week they were on vacation. I was like, where are they? Where's The View? I want to watch The View. Oh my goodness. Zero watching. Thank you for being here. No, thank you for watching the replay. Thank you, everybody that watches the replay. I'm still going because you're going to watch the replay. So, but anyways, let me give you the link to Martha Beck in the chat because I'm not sure if she's still doing I've been watching like repeats. I'm not sure if she's still doing her podcast. She does one with her partner that's called Bewildered, and she had one of her own called The Gathering Room. And some of these are old, but I don't know. You can check it out and see. I'm trying to think. Yeah, see, because they don't have any recent ones, so I'm not sure. They also are on Substack, though. Her partner's name is Rowan Mangan, and she's on Substack. I'm not sure if Martha, and Martha probably has her own Substack too. So, the latest. Huh. So, yeah, I'm not sure there's any ones that are recent, actually. But I'd say I've been just watching. I just been watching old ones. And so I don't look at any of the, and this is how I stay balanced. I feel like I really needed to start talking about the politics. And what's interesting is Martha's other book before Beyond Anxiety was called The Way of Integrity. And she was saying how you have to be true to yourself. And see, this is what I did for 30 years is I was fake, you guys. I was fake. Like for an example I was thinking of today is I love roses. I've always loved roses. And I planted some roses at my house when my kids were little, like back in the 90s in our smaller house in Georgia. My ex destroyed them. I don't know what he did. I thought he cut them back and they were going to come back, but they never came back. He destroyed them. And I just, I made excuses for him. I don't know why he did that, but he destroyed my roses. He cut down a willow tree in the back that I liked too. Doesn't ask me, just chops it down. And I always made excuses for him and forgave him and took him back, and I couldn't get a divorce and all of this. And so I was being fake. I was not being true to my own self. And I felt kind of trapped. I felt kind of trapped because, I had all these children, and then he built a house I didn't really want to build. He built a bigger house. I didn't really want to build it, but he did it anyways. And then I got pregnant with our fifth. Hey, Betty. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. How are you? How are you? Are you on staycation still? Um, I was just talking about um, Martha Beck's books that I've been reading recently that are helping me a lot. And I really read, and so I'm reading my journal from a year ago, and now I'm to this one. And I had a lot of anxiety a year ago. And you guys, I was going to working at the office. Okay. Okay. Um, so yeah, I was having a lot of anxiety. Um, I was just, thankfully, I'm learning to not tolerate it as long, I guess. Because I wasn't liking my job at the pool. Um, and so a year ago, it was June. So it's been over a year now since I quit my job at the pool. And I was just going through a thing a year ago. Um, so I think I already told you guys. My my son was in Colorado, and he wasn't in Denver though a year ago, and it was just making me so anxious, and I think it triggered me so much because I had a brother, my brother Mark, who was homeless for a while before he passed, and he had some mental health issues, and my son may have similar mental health issues. I don't really know, but that's what I was going through a year ago. And but my older son is back in Georgia now. So, and I had found a therapist on BetterHelp, and um, but I stopped with her because she was making me more codependent. She was very codependent, very very codependent, and she was encouraging me. Well, because at first I wanted to go see my son. He was like 4 hours away from me. Uh, but it ended up, for me, the right decision was to not go see my son. And he didn't come, he didn't really come to Colorado to see me. He didn't really come to Colorado to visit me. Um, I really feel like it was a thing to manipulate me that my ex and my son were doing. It was rough. Anyways, but what I'm saying is, like a year ago, I had so much anxiety, and I was trying to stay in my job. I'm like, I want to stay in my job at least a year. I want to stay in my job at least a year. Um, yeah, yeah, and they're grown. Like, it's not a case anymore where you can tell them what you think you should do. And I've told them a number of times, and even my younger son, who I live with now, says he's tried. You know, he's like, I've given up trying to talk to him also. So yeah, so it's hard, and we're very yeah. One thing about me and my ex, because I'm not without fault. I mean, but my ex is a narcissist, but also we're both very stubborn. That's why I think we stayed married 30 years. We're both very stubborn. Like his parents. It's funny. His parents are still married, but they haven't lived together since I think 2002. So they're not together really, but they won't get divorced. They don't want to split the money up. So yeah, very stubborn. It runs in his family. It runs in my family. We're very stubborn, and so my oldest son too. He's like that. He's very stubborn. But anyway, so I was going through a lot. Like I've been through a lot, and this is why, like I was saying to my son, I was like, who cares? Why would I care what the internet guy thinks of me? I really could care less if he was mad at me, and anyways, I didn't think he was mad at all. I mean, it took me like 5 minutes, and I realized when I was on the phone, I was like, oh, I'm supposed to plug in the thing, and I wasn't on the phone with him for like 2-3 minutes, but it's funny how we're all conditioned to be people pleasers, and it's like, don't make any waves, don't say anything, don't get anybody mad, don't, um and and that's what she talks about, like in the way of integrity. She talks too about, it's kind of like her books build on each other. She'll talk about, in the Beyond Anxiety, she talks about the other book, The Way of Integrity. And she said when she was teaching people that about not telling lies, that lying stresses out your body, and you're not being true to yourself, when you're being fake. And and that's what I was doing when I was being silent about the politics, because I was so upset about it, really. And I wasn't, I was trying to not be anxious and not pay attention to it, but it still like was happening. Like I could, be quiet for a while when Biden was in there, and I'm thinking, okay, things are going to get better, and he's not, he did this insurrection, and he's not going to be able to come back. And I was wrong. I didn't think he was going to win the first time. I didn't even vote. I didn't think he was going to win. I thought there's no way. I thought there was no way people are so stupid that they would vote for him. Um, I was wrong. Um, so yeah, but but and that's why it ties in with me talking about the politics, because my anxiety started to lessen. When my anxiety started to lessen was in October, when I started talking about Trump and Harris. And when I start, Elsa, hi, I'm sorry I'm being slow here. Am I being slow? Okay, it's only been a minute. Welcome. Thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you very, very much. But I want to tell you a funny story that happened today at work. So I'm a nanny, like I said, for a 1-year-old little boy, and that's really wonderful, because it's like I get to be a grandma, and I'm getting paid. So it's like a win-win situation here. And he's really great. And but some things that are bittersweet is that, like, I realize how much anxiety I had when my kids were little, and that anxiety, and this is something Martha Beck talks about too, anxiety is contagious. Yeah, and that's another reason why, like, and all these things that I've learned about anxiety from her, and really from my own experience, like I said, that just being anxious makes me, act worse. And it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, I'm like, when I'm like, they're going to reject me, then I do something shitty and they reject me, So it's like, my boss said, she thought it said it was going to get up to 100 degrees today, but I don't think it did. It was like 91. So, but so so I feel like being quiet about Trump when I could not stand him, and then not speaking out and holding that in, was not good for my health. It was not good for my health. It was like lying. It was like not being true to myself. And so that's when my anxiety started to lessen. And I'm not sure when I found out about the way of the no, not the way of integrity. The Beyond Anxiety came out this year, though. I'm pretty sure. Wait, let me look it up. I'm going to share a link to it. Oh, I don't want to share an Amazon link, but I don't know. Go to your local bookstore and pick it up. You don't have to get it on Amazon. But Amazon will say when it came out. Let me look. Tell you exactly when it came out. When did it come out? You earned 17 points. I do want to get it in hardcover. Oh, there's a Beyond Anxiety workbook. Trying to think. Where Maria Shriver is our editor, and she writes the foreword. So usually it says when it came out. I'm trying to see. That's funny. It used to say when it came out, but I am not seeing it here. It's called, the whole title of it is Beyond Anxiety, Curiosity, Creativity, and Finding Your Life's Purpose. I purchased it on February 13th. So I purchased it. I know, yeah, I listened to it on the way here. That's what I was thinking. I listened to it on the drive here. And it has helped me so much. So much. And I think that was like right when it came out. Editor's pick, best USA Today bestseller. Instant New York Times bestseller. Oh, okay. It was released January 7th. Audible release date was, I'm not sure when it came out in paper and book form, but on Audible it came out January 7th. So yeah, this year. So yeah, it's helped me so much. And I just, in a recent text, my son recently texted me, my oldest son, and I told him about the book that and listening to her. And so I don't listen to the politics at all at work. So when the baby is sleeping, I wash his dishes and like clean up his high chair. I usually just like leave, like when he eats breakfast, I'll leave it there. They let me just leave it there and then clean it up when he's taking a nap so I can go like play with him. And he's learning to talk. He's learned to walk. He walks so well. He's practically running now. And so it's just a lot of fun. And it's just one child. When I signed up for care.com, and let me tell you guys, I got out of Georgia and I was so depressed about, I wasn't talking to my three daughters, my three grown daughters. I later, hey Brenda, hi. I later reconciled with my middle daughter. And in 2022, after she had my oldest grandbaby, Freya, and I went to see her, and I would go see her twice a year. But now there's been a falling out with my middle daughter because I was having to be fake with her. And I feel like she's being very fake with me, really. But I don't know. I'm hopeful. I leave the door open, but also I'm cautious because I can't be chasing after them anymore. And they've all three of them have taken me back and then thrown me away again. So it's really quite mean. It's really getting quite mean. And some of my children have been pretty abusive, actually, honestly. So, um, so yeah, it's really, really heartbreaking. But I can't put up with it anymore. You know, I can't. So, but where was I going with this? So I reconciled with Claire for from 2022 till 2024, the time when I was in Denver, and then I came here, and so. But the reason I didn't go into childcare, because I could have before, because I was a nanny, and I was a nanny in Boca Raton, um, two different times, and I'm a mom of five. I have a lot of experience. I could have gone into childcare, and one of my Airbnb guests that I became friends with, who lived in Georgia, and she would stay at my Airbnb on her week, not with her kids. She was going through a divorce, and her four kids would stay in the house, and her husband and her would swap out, would go stay in the house with them instead of them having to be shuffled around. So she would stay on her weeks off. She would stay at my Airbnb, and she was a really cool guest that I had. Her name is Charity. She actually watched my Airbnb for me when I went to California in 2017, and I visited my family, and I went on another Newsboys. Um, uh, 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 they built houses for poor people. It was a missions trip to Mexico from San Diego, and I went to the Switchfoot getaway the first time in 2017. And so, but the reason, when I was looking for a job after my separation, which was in 2014, and my divorce was in 2018, the reason I didn't go into childcare, because my friend Charity, she worked at a daycare, and I could have gotten a job at a daycare like that because I was in childcare at the church. I was tired of it, and also watching kids reminds me of my own kids, and it was kind of triggering to me, and it was kind of sad to me. So I'm at that point where it's not as triggering to me, and it's more like a grandbaby. And I've had that time. I'm glad I've had two visits in 2023, two visits in 2024, um, to see my granddaughters. Freya and Lily was born in 2023. So so I'm really glad I signed up for this. I wasn't sure I was gonna I was like, I don't want a job watching it, but I wasn't quite sure about it when I signed up for care. I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of jobs on here though. And they were all different. They have one-time jobs on there, and then they're like, we're looking for someone for and I'm like, I think I want a baby. And then I didn't know how many kids I was going to get, and so it really worked out really, really well, because I got this job, and it's he's one baby, and his parents are at home. Like, if anything goes wrong, or usually if he falls, he wants he wants a hug from his mommy. So if he gets a boo boo, um so anything like that, um it's just I couldn't have picked a better nanny job, and it's just awesome. And like I said, I wasn't sure. I'm like, I'm just gonna try this. So when I was trying to, I went through, oh gosh, I went through, you guys know, what you've been with me on this journey. I went to the Tiny Home Fest. I tried to apply for a small loan. I found out they weren't accepting my alimony as part of my income. I didn't have a job yet. So I tried to get a regular loan it would be a very small, like, it would have been a condo or something. So I got declined for that. I got declined for the tiny home loan. Um, and then I decided to take some out of my 401k and get this tiny house. And my son came here, and so he's been helpful and supportive. And I didn't want to. He was having for a time, instead of getting, it's more for two at an Airbnb, and um, getting a place at the Airbnb. He slept in his car at the, because he was sleeping in his car on his way down from Oregon too. He was sleeping in his car at by the bay. So yeah, it's been quite a journey, but it's been really good. And so what was funny that happened today? Oh, and this week he said, I've been trying to get him to call me Nanny or Nanny Red. I'll call myself Nanny because Susan is a hard. S's are hard. Hard. He already can say D words and like B words. Like he can say ball. Um, he says dada. He says mom, mom, mom. Usually mom, mom, mom. Um, and so this last week he said nana, and so I asked my boss. I was like, does he call his grandma? But she didn't say if he does or not. But so he, that might be what he first calls me, is like Nana, like, because like Nanny is what I call myself, Nanny or Nanny Red, because I think Red would be easy for him to say. But he's saying a lot of words, and he said star. He said it's just fun, and every day like Ian asks me how it was, and I tell him like what happened. And I'll do little. He fell asleep eating his lunch today, and so because he was really tired, he fell asleep on his walk. But then that he didn't. That was really early for him. So then he woke up, and then it's like, I guess we'll wait till your next nap. But then he went down, so he fell asleep while he was eating. But anyways, so it's really a fun job. So anyways, so I'm deciding what to do on my channel, and I hope to be, since I'm learning about um, what Martha Beck teaches in her book, is that creativity is, see, they already knew what she looked into was, they already knew that when you're anxious, it shuts down your creativity. See, that's why I've been having so much trouble with writing more. And because I used to say before, like, oh, I don't have writer's block, I'm manic, I'm bipolar, I'm, I didn't know it was ADHD. I have writer's overflow, but I was having a writer's block. So, and now I realize, from Martha Beck's book, that it's because the anxiety shuts down your creativity. So, anyways, so I've been kind of in a lull with my YouTube. I'm definitely still talking about, like I said, talking about the politics. It seems crazy because before, and like I was thinking about it, and it was good that I didn't watch the news when my children were coming up. I was already anxious, but that was helpful a little bit, but I still didn't really learn how to deal with my anxiety and learn not to give it to my children, which I regret, because I feel like um, a lot of the problems we've had are because of that anxiety on their part, their anxiety and my anxiety. Um, so that's sad. Um, But all I can do is go forward. And one thing that Martha Beck says that's helpful is we are meant to live in peace. We are meant to live in peace. I got this at the, I showed you this before. I got this at the Under Five store. Create Your Own Calm, a journal for quieting anxiety. And it has all these sayings in it. Um, and so it's really good. And then this one's good. I just started on this. The ABCs of Self Love. This was at the Beyond Five and Below also. But anyway, so I'm hoping to write more. I want to write more, and um, that really takes. I think I'm going to continue with the channel, but I don't know. So y'all pray for me and for guidance. I think I will, but right now I'm just. It does take more time when I have a job, but so I don't listen to the politics and stuff when I'm at work. I listen to Martha Beck. I'll listen to if I have a break. Um, so they have a little app, and they have a camera on him, so I know like I know right when he wakes up, and he hardly ever cries. That's the thing too. It's like, gosh, I feel like we taught our kids to cry because like I was telling my boss today, I was like, we had just the sound. We had the baby monitor, but it was just the sound. And so you couldn't see that they were up. So now when we see the babies up, we go get him, right? And he doesn't have to cry for anything really. He doesn't all like, I feel like we taught our babies to cry because they would cry. We'd hear them on the baby monitor and we'd go and get them, And it's like, but, so it's interesting. It's been really interesting. And I've remembered a lot of things. It's like, I remembered a lot of things that I don't think I would have remembered until like I saw him do it. Like when they're teething, they bite on you're feeding them and they bite on the spoon. Like usually you have a soft plastic spoon for a baby. But even when I had a regular spoon, um, I remember the babies biting on the spoon when they were teething. Does anybody else remember that? And then what's the other thing? Oh, when I'm helping him and he doesn't want help, like because he doesn't need help walking now. He doesn't need it, but or when he pushes his little piano around his playroom, and if I'm helping him and I'm going like the way he doesn't want to go, or he doesn't want me to help him, he'll growl. And I said to Ian, I'm like, I remember you guys doing that. You used to growl at me because like they're just learning to talk and they can't really like say like stop, like don't do that. So he's like, he growls at me. And today something I had remembered though is he fell asleep when he was eating lunch because he was so tired because he didn't take a sufficient morning nap because he fell asleep on his walk and then he woke up too early. And so he was really tired by lunchtime. And so he was eating and he was falling asleep. So, but anyways, so let me see well, you guys know from my interview too, I said my poem. I thought that was pretty cool too. They liked my poem. And I feel too, yes, he is very precious. He's very precious. And I felt too that um, when I went for my interview, I was just like, I'm having anxiety. And see, like even now I'll have anxiety. Is like, what if I do something wrong? What if they fire me? And I feel the anxiety starting to come up on me, and I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. You got this job. If you lose this job, you get another job, and it's okay. It's fine. They like you. They value you. That is what like Pam said, and she was right. Oh, where Pam is? Maybe I should text her. She might be busy. Um. So, but um, yeah, it's just really um, a good job. Um, but I'm hoping that, and I have been writing a little bit more lately because I have less anxiety. So I'm wanting to write more. And I had someone contact, I've had lots of people contact me though. These SEO, YouTube, grow your YouTube people. And there was one that finally sounded like she really looked at my channel. And I like the fact that it's a woman too. Girl power. My channel's a lot about girl power. So, yeah. In fact, I know the poem I want to read. It's in here. Um, uh, she finally, they would contact me and be like, oh, I looked at your YouTube channel and it's great and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you did not look at my YouTube channel. But this person that contacted me, I want to go with this person, maybe, possibly. Not saying that I'm going to, because she said, it's great how you went from traveling in sunny and now you're an activist and blah blah blah. She really did look at what my channel was about. Because I'm just like, these other people were just blowing smoke up my. No, I didn't believe that they really looked at. They just wanted me to pay them something that for. But anyways, so and they say they'll look at some of your videos too for free, like give you a free trial or whatever. So anyways, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about that. But it's not um, it's not that I would like shut down my YouTube or anything like that. I wouldn't. I would just, you know, I just like, I don't know if I need a little break or what, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm in a lull right now, you guys. I'm in a lull, but I'm definitely going to keep talking politics. So don't anybody tell me not to. I'm going to be me. And if I can't be me on my channel, I'm definitely not going to do it. Like, I will be myself on my channel and talk about what I want to talk about, and not for anybody telling me what to do with my channel. I mean, even I don't know what they'll say, but they're mostly with the tags and all of that. I don't know. YouTube stuff and it's kind of aggravating, you guys, because I've been like, YouTube changed it to, you need 500 subscribers and 3. I mean, that was to get memberships, and I don't even know if I would really want memberships. The first level now is memberships, um, and it's still 4,000 watch hours, which I've been close to before, and then they changed it to 3,000. And I was almost to 4,000 watch hours when I only had 500 subscribers. So and before I got put out of that YouTube community, because they were, they were a community. They'd watch each other's videos. We were on each other's lives. We were, going to meetups together, and it was a whole thing. So yeah, so that really did affect my YouTube. I'm gonna read you the woman you gave me. I've read this before, but I'm gonna read it again. I'm a woman's liver, like my mother. I didn't bring the thing out here to do a double video. I wonder if I did a double video of this before. Yeah, I just am not. I don't. So I don't. And this is why too. I have less time to do videos and stuff too. And I'm really exhausted after work. I really am tired after work. The house has stairs, and I'm just playing with a baby all day. I take him for a walk first thing in the morning. Um, and But on my breaks, like I'm washing his dishes, I'm usually cleaning up the kitchen, and I'll listen to Martha Beck on a podcast or something. And I don't listen to or do anything like I can't on Monday through Thursday between 8 and 3. That's when I'm at work, and I don't answer anybody's text. Nobody texts me. Nobody texts me anyways. Nobody texts me anyways, usually. But if you do text me within that time, that's why I wouldn't answer you. I don't answer my texts. I don't do any YouTube stuff. I don't watch politics stuff. I don't watch any YouTube. I will I will have the app on my phone open with the camera on the baby when he's sleeping, and then I'll listen to Martha Beck, and I'll be doing the dishes, washing the dishes. Usually what I'm doing is cleaning up the kitchen from his lunch or from his breakfast, and then I'll pick up his playroom, and I'll wash whatever I brought my container for my lunch that I brought my lunch in, and then I'll put that back in my lunch bag. And then at 3, I'm done. And I'm usually exhausted at 3. And on Wednesdays, then I go to the gym for about an hour. It takes me about 30 minutes to get to the gym. And then I go to Blue Corner Indivisible and stand on the corner with a sign protesting Trump from 5 until 6:30. And then I'll go again on Sunday from 11 to 12:30. Yeah, let me show you my YouTube again, because there's new pictures on my YouTube. Let me see something. Okay. Oh, some of these doggies are upset. Okay, here's my Instagram. This was the No Kings protest. But then after that, I found out that they stand on this corner in Poway. It's right on the way home from the gym. Oh my goodness. You guys, there's a hummingbird in here. Oh no. I need to let it out. Can you see it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Go that way. Go that way. Oh my goodness. It's stuck. You guys. Oh no. Go. There. Okay. God. You guys. Oh my goodness. I need to put the rose back further because I think it was getting the. You guys, did you see that? I don't know if you saw that. But so that's Ian and I. We went for a hike on the day after Mother's Day in Woodson Trail, and this some of these are from yesterday. This is uh, how Trump burns up the money on the parade, the troops in LA, the guitar playing, golfing, NASCAR, Super Bowl. And that's me with my sign. This is a guy that has the resist flag, the upside down flag, and the resist flag. Um, I mean, this is our corner. We set up that every time, and someone play. Wayne plays music, and so it's really nice. And Ian did this garden in his room with plants we got at the fair and that he got at Sprouts. And so, yeah, we've been doing stuff with plants. That's good for your mental health too. This is another picture from Blue Corner Indivisible. This is my surf and turf from last Sunday, or from 4th of July. That was from 4th of July. So, anyways, I'm going to read this poem to you now. For watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody who watches the replay. Appreciate it. My watch time too, that's what's discouraging also, is my watch time, like it will go up a little bit, but then it'll go down, and it's not getting near the 3,000, which you want to get members. And like, I'm not even sure I want members. Like some of the bullies, like they have members now, and it's just like, what do their members think? Like they're not even going live or doing anything on their channels anymore. The people that bully, the whole YouTube community is like kind of disbanded because they don't go live. They're not on YouTube anymore. It was kind of a thing, I think, that got built up during COVID. Really, I think this group of van lifers I was in that were on YouTube, or they weren't all full-time van lifers. Some of them were part-time van lifers. Some of them were fake van lifers, really. Some of them were were called nomads, but they didn't go anywhere. Like one of them is in this area, um, and he got members on his channel, and has maybe about, I don't think he even has 2,000 subscribers now, but he doesn't go live. He doesn't do videos anymore. He got a job and he stopped doing it. And I'm like, how do these people feel that keep paying for memberships on his channel, or have they all unjoined? I don't know. But anyways, I digress. But anyways, that's the thing with the YouTube thing. And I thought too, I might start doing more on TikTok or Instagram, because I've always had more subscribers on Facebook. You can get your Facebook monetized. I don't really know about that. I could start going live, dual this on Facebook and on here. Maybe that really did help. I don't know, because I was doing that before sometimes. But then I was like, maybe I need to focus just on YouTube, which I'm trying to grow my YouTube. But I don't know. So Let me do a double video on this. And I don't know. Maybe I'll post it. So this is like my Friday. I don't work on Fridays, so Thursday's like my Friday. And this is my new time to go live. I'm going to read The Woman That You Gave Me. I'm doing a double video. And this is a poem called The Woman That You Gave Me. And it's in a 7-story tree. Then the man said, this is a verse I put before this one. Then the man said, Adam blamed Eve. The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I ate. Genesis 3:12. The woman you gave me. You tell us to dress modestly. This was like being in the evangelical church. Yet my man looks at pornography? Get a job. No, stay at home. You're damned either way. Fry the bacon up in a pan, make you feel like a man. It's his world, Have your babies naturally. Nurse them, it's more healthy, see? Never say, what about me? Live your life selflessly. Barefoot pregnant, and when you're not, you should be rail thin, so you only cook for him. Shut the door, come right back in. Carpool, help out everyone. Volunteer, yeah, it's so fun, yet you're always on the run. Tired, exhausted, disillusioned. A desperate plea, Lord help. Enough, he says, peace be still. Who are you living for, them or me? Do you want to be made free? Guard your heart, it belongs to me. You give respect, now demand it back. Don't dwell on all the things you lack. You are perfect to me. Teach your kids, your husband too. One person can't do it all for you. To be healthy and sane, you must have boundaries. God's yoke is easy and light. It's not restrictive and tight. He leads you on the path that's right because you are precious in his sight. So anyways, so as I was saying, that Martha Beck's book, Martha's book's Beck, really helped me. Did I put the link in the chat? I don't know if I ever did, but I will now. It's linked below also. Okay. It really, really helped me. And I'm so thankful for where I am now that I came back to California because I had anxiety about that. I'm really thankful my son came down from Oregon because at first I wasn't sure about that. And it's been great. And he's really been a big help and an encouragement to me. So yeah. And that's where I am right now. And let me say my elephant poem. It's one of my favorites. So this is one I want to get it republished. Said that a lot before. So like I have just all these things to do. But another thing that has helped me with my anxiety, and it helped me through this process of getting and applying for the loan and getting rejected, applying for the loan, getting rejected, trying to figure out what I can do, if I could do anything with my 401k, which I did. Finally took some of it out and bought this. And I was just like, just throwing spaghetti on the wall. And that's what I was doing. Thanks, Brenda. That's what I'm doing. That's what I was doing when I tried for the nanny job. I'm like, well, let me see if this works. And I really thought Ian would get a job before me. He had interviews and he, was putting in a bunch of applications, more than me. And So I'm just really thankful for how it's worked out. And uh, yeah, but anyway, so I have a lot of things I'm wanting to do, but I'm no pressure. Not pressuring. I'm not pressuring myself. I'm not. Um, there's no anxiety. Always lies. That's another thing Martha Beck says. Anxiety always lies. You are meant to do. You are meant to live in peace. You are not meant to do more than you can do in peace. See the living bird behind me. I need to maybe put the see, these are my roses that I got to plant in these buckets. See, um, but so, and anything like that that's creative, cooking is creative. Um, planting plants, playing my flute, anything. Remember, I told you guys before that calms me. I'm like, I'm going to play my flute because it calms me down. So, and that's why, like, Martha Beck explained it all to me, and now I get it. And now I get it. And now I get, like, why I really have had. I've been in kind of in denial about my writer's block, too. I'm like, I don't have writer's block. I don't get writer's block. But I have. I have had writer's block, and that's what it was. It was the anxiety. So, yeah, I'm hoping to be writing some more poems about now. So a lot of my poems are story poems. I did write this about something I was going through too. I didn't write it for kids, but it ended up being pretty good as a kids book. Like a lot of Dr. Seuss books are um, have a message that's for adults also. Like the Lorax or even Horton Hears a Who. Even a lot of my poem here was inspired by Horton Hatches the Egg. So that's why I did the picture of the elephant bird flying out of the cage that's in here. And this book is dedicated to my mom. Last Thursday, I was talking about my mom because, oh, you're here. Hi, Pam. I was going, thank you. Thank you for being here. I was going, I should have earlier. I was going to text you, but I didn't want to bother you. I don't know. Hi, Pam. Um, yeah, we need to get lunch again, Pam. Um, but so I'm gonna do my elephant poem again. So these stupid publishers had me change this to has, like, I guess to make them feel like they were doing something. They were helping me. I don't know if they knew that it's in this book. This elephant poem is in this book because I don't know if they were supposed to do it because it's in this book. But I think it was. I wish I hadn't have uh, hired them because they ripped me off. But anyways, um, I'm not really going to read it, but I'm going to show you the pictures. I'm going to say, was there ever an elephant in your room? When it walked, it went boom. You tried to deny it, but you couldn't hide it. Where can you hide an elephant? Oh no, that's a cat, you try to say, or maybe a bat. It will fly away. This was all my idea, them drawing the elephant cat and the elephant bat. I paid $3,000 for these illustrations. And like, nice. I was going to have my son do them, but our relationship was already so strained. I didn't think it was going to work. I was going to have my oldest son do these illustrations, but you know. Maybe I don't know. We'll pray about that. We'll pray about that. Maybe that's what I should have done. If you can't admit it, you can't quit it. Because I don't know that Ian draws so much, but my older son does. Go ahead and face it. Can you trace it? Oh, well, I don't know if he does anymore. Maybe he should. Maybe he will. Hopefully. You should. Let me just say that. Teddy, you should draw, paint, whatever. Do anything creative. It's good for your anxiety. That's what Martha Beck says. Could the truth set you free, or will they all laugh at me? See, that's the elephant bird that was inspired by Horton Hatches the Egg by Dr. Seuss. So, how are you, Pam? Perhaps they'll laugh. Who are they, and why do we care if they laugh? They have a hyena in their room. That's so much worse than just an elephant. Just like I was saying, why would I care if the internet guy's mad at me? I don't care. I don't really care. I've got a lot of people mad at me. I've had my own kids mad at me. I don't really care. I don't give a flip anymore. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. This is my idea, the elephant cake. And I had them make it very diverse. At first, it was all like white. It was all white people, and then I just had a back and forth with this illustrator, whoever it was that worked for Page Publishing. They were just very sarcastic. So I'm like, can you draw people of color? So then, guess what? They made it not diverse, and there were all white people all throughout the. I mean, all people of color and no white people in it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Can you please make that? So I started to get very specific because I kept going back and forth like this with the illustrator. This is what I paid $3,000 for and got nothing for. Zero, nothing, no royalties, nothing. They said I sold 4 books, which was really, I sold 1 book because my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, said she bought 2. My daughter bought 1, the one that she just gave to the Goodwill because it sucks. So one day, 2 days, 3, day by day, these things I pray. I have a higher power who created elephants. Maybe he will take care of it. I wonder what he'll do. Will he take it to the zoo? So we went back and forth about God, what God looks like. At first I had him look like Jesus, and he just was the typical Jesus, with the long hair and, 33-ish, young. And then I said, oh, make him look like you can't tell what nationality is. And so my ex is like that. I used to have people guess. They couldn't really guess what he was. A lot of people would think he's Hispanic, which probably really makes him mad. That's probably why he's so angry too. But but he's Asian. And so he made him look really young. And he looks kind of like Mexican or something, just a person of color. But he was really young. And I was like, he's too young. And then he made him look like Father Time. He made him look really old, right? And then I finally just sent him a picture of James Pickerling from Grey's Anatomy, because I was into watching Grey's Anatomy. This was 2016, you guys, when I did this, when I was doing this book, when I was living alone and I don't know, pretty depressed. What? People will come from miles around to see the greatest show in town, the elephant. He now does tricks, and people pay to get their kicks. God can take your ashes and give you beauty. You thought you had to sacrifice. Everyone must pay their price. If I give him the elephant, he'll die. But the ringmaster doesn't work that way. The elephant will live another day. He'll sing and dance because he got a second chance. The circus is a place of joy and wonder because the ringmaster has a plan. Trust the elephant in his hands. Oh, thanks. It was a good day. Yeah, I have a good day every day. Yeah, yeah, I still love my job. Um, so the baby's doing really well. Oh, he fell asleep when he was eating lunch today because he was really tired. But he's saying a lot of things. He says, hey. Oh, and he said, this week he said, Nana for nanny. Because I'm like trying to get him to call me something. Oh, and this morning, y'all, this morning he was at the door. He's like so happy when he sees me every morning too. It's like so cool. He's like so happy to see me. He's like, yay, my nanny's here. Because we just play all day, you know? So yeah, it's great. Yeah. And he said, Nana. And I asked, I asked his mom if he calls his grandma Nana. And, I don't know if he does. She didn't say. But I don't think it matters because I think it like when he's saying nanny, it might just come out like Nana. But he said Nana because I've been saying nanny. It's nanny, and I say his name and tell him his name. I'm not saying his name on here, okay? But yeah, I had a good day. Um, so, but yeah, I was gonna wrap up. Gonna pray for y'all, and so I'm still going to the beauty. So I'm just getting more and more busy. So last week too, but last week I didn't go to the gym on Sunday. So this week I'm probably only going to the gym twice because I'm going to go tomorrow, and I went on Wednesday. But been, I've been a member of the gym for a month now, and I've been going 3 times a week. So yay me, pat me on the back. And I've been going twice a week to stand on the corner and protest in Poway. So yeah, so I'm busier. So trying to figure out what direction I'm going with the YouTube, Pam. And yeah. And I want to be writing more and all of that. And yeah. So I'm going to make my prayer list. But so definitely this time has been better for me to go live, but I'm always not like knowing what I'm going to talk about until the last minute. And so like I just decided today and I'm like, well, I'll figure it out. It'll come to me. Um, yeah, the cooking I've been doing, but that's what I've been doing. I think I'm kind of going to get away from that actually. but it does get the most views. That's why the only reason I kept continuing to do that is because it kept getting the most views, the cooking. But so really, like if you look at if you look at my analytics, those are the top videos, and like me swimming in the pool and stuff like that. But like today I was talking about Martha Beck and how her books are really helping me, and especially the Beyond Anxiety, and then also the Way of Integrity, which she wrote before the Beyond Anxiety, where she was talking about being yourself. And I was saying, like, it seems counterintuitive, but when I started talking politics, I felt better and my anxieties started subsiding, because I was saying today that my anxiety was really bad a year ago. My anxiety was bad when I came here to California in June of last year. My anxiety was bad. And I had just quit the job it helped when I quit the job, because that was being, more true to myself. I hated that job, because that's stuff Martha Beck talks about too. Don't stay at a job you hate, just because it's the thing to do and I have to do this, and because it sucks the life out of you. It's not good for you. It's not good for your health. Being fake is not good for your health. So, yeah. But yeah, what I've been doing all along is cooking. My first viral video was turkey sizzling. And you guys, I wanted to start this because I wanted my poetry to take off. And so I need to write. And I said, what Martha Beck talks about in Beyond Anxiety is that the anxiety stifles the creativity. And that's why I haven't been writing as many um, new poems. And so, you know, uh, so I don't think I'm going to be cooking more. I'm doing like the Sunday supper, but um, what my heart wants to do is to talk more about the politics, and I'll be doing some poems, some spoken word on the politics and on my life. And what I want to be doing is more poetry. So I don't want to be doing more cooking, but I'm still cooking, of course, but yeah. But if you look at my analytics, through the past years, that is what got the most views, I'd say, probably, is the cooking. hmm So, and I don't have time to do any more cooking, honestly, to be honest. I don't cook during the week when I'm at work, because, like, I'm wiped out. I'm wiped out after, during the week. So I don't cook during the week. And that's really why I cook so much. I cooked chicken. Yeah, I don't think I did a Sunday supper video on Sunday. Yeah, I've been in a lull. I've been in a lull with the YouTube. So yeah, I need y'all to send me prayers for guidance and stuff on this, because I don't know. I enjoyed my little break from going from Monday and then to going on Thursday. Yeah, and I'm feeding my son too. I'm glad I have someone to cook for. I always have someone to cook for. I always had. Like when I was in St. Louis, I cooked for Gladys. Well, except when I was on the road, I didn't have anybody to cook for but me, really. But I would still feed. Oh gosh, I bring so much food when I went to meetups. I bring so much food. I brought cupcakes to the first meetup I went to. I cooked for I cooked for the guy that ended up sending the bullies, sicking the bullies on me. Sick 'em, because I made them breakfast. I should share that video with you guys. That would be funny. But anyways, check it out. No, um, his channel's dead. He'd probably notice if I sent you guys over there to watch that video. He put it on his channel. I cooked him breakfast in the Alabama hills. So yeah, wherever I go, I always cook for people. But I'm tired. I'm tired of filming it. Honestly, I am. I'm tired of filming it. So yeah, but no, I don't cook during the week. I cook on the weekends. So yesterday I got a burger at Habit after because oh gosh, I was hungry. I was hungry because I took a salad. I made salads on Tuesday night. That was the extent of my cooking. I made a sandwich to take to work today. I made chicken salad. I've made that on my channel. All the stuff I make, I've made videos of already. My chicken cordon bleu, my chicken parmesan, my chicken, I'm repeating them. Just like I'm repeating these, I'm saying the elephant poem again. I need new stuff, you guys. I need new stuff. If I do a new recipe, I would do a video on it, you know? Um, but when I repot my roses, I could do that. I could do that video. Because I'm going to put them in these. I said the whiskey barrels. I got at Tractor Supply. They were on sale at Tractor Supply. But anyways, I don't even know. I may be I don't know. I might be taking a little break from YouTube. I'll see. I know I'll be guided. And I have to follow, that's basically what Martha Beck teaches, like follow your heart. Do what you want to do. To a new recipe, write a poem about it. No. I'm writing as much as you might not like it. I'm writing a poem. I'm writing my feeling. I'm going to write a poem about politics and Trump. I'm going to do a spoken word about that, about all of this, like my journey and everything. The poetry is always what I wanted to do on this channel. That's what I am. I'm a spoken word poet. A cook is like what I had to do. What I like to do. It's a hobby. It's not what I wanted to do my channel on. It's not. So, but anyways, but it's just my life. It's just whatever I do. So yeah, I've done step-by-step cooking videos. I do. I have. I did my red velvet cupcakes because I used to make those for my Airbnb. And see, I want to quit sugar, so stop with that. And I need to lose weight. My A1C is up, and so I'm reading a book by Sarah Wilson now, and she has another book called I'm reading One Wild and Wonderful Life by Sarah, and I heard of her from Martha Beck. This One Wild and Precious Life by Sarah Wilson. And she got popular, I guess, by her book, I Quit Sugar. So, but yeah, you guys are telling me what to do on my YouTube, and I'm like, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure I'm continuing my YouTube. But we will see. We will see. You guys, look back at some of my lives. Look at how many people I had on my lives, and so this is kind of like I can't even get monetized, and you know, but I've got to be me. And people would say it's crazy what Martha Beck says, but she's like, do what you love, do what you want to do what if something's if it's and I said that before, like if it ever got to be a chore, or if I ever didn't enjoy going live. I mean, I still it's okay, but I'm not like loving it. But and that's why I stopped for a while with the bullies, and then I started going once a month. Guess I did that for like a year. I went once a month. I could go back to once a month for a while until I figure out what I'm going to do. We'll have to see. Stay tuned. But I'll figure it out. But I'm not even sure this is like the platform that's you know. Um, but yeah, I definitely want to write. Like I've been saying, I want to get this republished with a real publisher. I need to find a publisher. Just a lot of stuff. And I got a 20. I don't know what's considered full time, but 28 hours a week. So it's almost a full time job. But I'm gonna pray for y'all and let you go. But anyways, that's that's what I'm in. I think I'm kind of yeah. I think I'm kind of getting away from the cooking so much, but I'm into the gardening now. Could do more of those videos. Like I said, I could do those repotting those roses. But anyways, let me pray for y'all and let you go. And why I continue to do the prayer, because the most popular book is The Storm, my storm poem, which is really about a situation in my life and my mom and, my family. And so that's why I do the prayer, because I still believe in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for these friends and followers. I pray that you'll be with Betty and continue to be with her and help her um, with her stress levels. Help us all, Lord, and heal her son, heal Betty, bless her children and grandchildren. Thank you for her. Bless her channel. Please bless Elsa. If you're still here, drop your link. Pre-retirement days, Betty's. Can you drop Betty's link? Because she has a YouTube. So I'm interested in her thoughts. I don't know. Maybe she'll get back to me. I still didn't comment on her video like that I watched, and I was going to go back and comment on it, and I still haven't. But we're not meant to do more than we can do in peace. I believe that. So, no more rushing, no more anxiety, no more. I mean, not that anxiety is going to be completely gone, but it's definitely so much better. I never know how to put my link in. Okay, so you copy it. So if you go to your channel, you can copy it at the top. Maybe Pam can 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 show you. So you go over to your channel, and at the bar at the top, you copy and paste that, and then you come back here and you put it in there. So I don't know if that helps in that explaining it. So, dear Lord, please be with Elsa. I pray that you would bless her children, bless her fur babies, and be with her. Please bless Brenda and her children and her grandchildren, and I pray that you be with her. Please bless Pam and her children and her grandchildren, and thank you for her support. And I pray that you'll be with her. Lord, please help our country. Help us to resist, Lord. Help us to not obey in advance. Help us to stay involved, stay informed, to call and write our senators and congresspeople. And I pray that you would help the people of Ukraine, Lord. I pray that you would help the MAGA people to wake up, Lord, and realize all of the harm that Trump is doing. I pray for the people in Gaza. Thank you for the group I found, Lord, the protests on Wednesdays and Sundays. Thank you for the gym I found. Thank you for my son. I pray you bless my children and my grandchildren. Um, Thank you for guiding me, Lord, and I know that you'll guide me about my YouTube and what to do. And thank you for Martha Beck and her work and her books that have encouraged me and helped me so much with my anxiety and guiding me in my life. And thank you for my job, Lord. Thank you, Pam. Very good, Betty. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. I'll go over here and check, but I'm pretty sure you did it right. Um, my 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 videos at the beginning. So how's it going with your channel? You have 14 point. Wow. So did you? My friend, see, I used to think that if anybody had over 1,000 subscribers, that they were monetized, and that's not the case. Are you monetized, Betty? Is your channel monetized? Because my friend Diana Brienne Fairchild, I don't think she got monetized until she was like at she she wasn't gonna get monetized, I think, and she had a lot of subscribers. I don't know if it was that many, maybe 14. You got monetized in February. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's good. So, and it was like one of the things I said too before I got uh, the nanny job was like, maybe I'll just try to get my YouTube monetized and not worry about trying to find a job. It's just like, no. This is too much work, and it's hard to get paid because people don't let the ads run, and that is how we get paid. Yeah, yeah. And I've heard, yeah, you don't, if you don't have a lot of viewers and a lot of subscribers, because I've heard bigger channels complain about. I've heard Box Fan D complain about it. I've heard Lindy complain about it, and they have a lot of subscribers. So um, so yeah, that's like one of the things I'm thinking about. Like I don't know, you guys. Like I don't know. And I listen a lot to Martha Beck, and I'm just like, I'm gonna follow my heart, and I'm not gonna work at something that's like it's not. I've been working at this. It is work. YouTube is work. I've been doing this for since 20. I've been going live since 2021. I started like just making videos here and there, hardly anything, but in 2020, like if you look back, you can see my video about Page Publishing suing me. You can see videos. If you go back on my channel, you can see videos, and I need watch time. You can go back on my videos, and it applies to all my old videos on my channel. So you can see old videos from in Georgia and from when I was watching Blue, and videos from when I'm in St. Louis, videos from when I'm traveling in my RV. And you can see all those videos on my channel, and cooking and all the steps, how to make red velvet cupcakes, how to make chicken cordon bleu. There's all sorts of things on my channel. All my poems. I just need more new poems, and I do have all of the new poems and read poems that, and I've said some of those on here, but I haven't said all of them. I have more uh, new poems, and that's really what I'd like to do. If it's not going to go forward with me doing what I want to do, which is which is the poetry and the politics. That's why I put the hashtags under my videos. I put anxiety because I'm talking about Martha Beck's book, but poetry, prayer, and politics. If it's not going to work for me doing that, that's what I want to do, then it's not going to work. That's what I want to do. So I have to follow my heart. I have to be true to my integrity. That's what Martha Beck says, and I trust her. I believe her because it's been evident in my life. I feel like there's proof in it. You ever heard that saying, the proof is in the pudding? Like, I didn't understand, you guys. I didn't understand. I thought it was so weird that it's like, why that I'm talking about Harris and Trump. And then, like, when she lost, I was so angry, was so upset, but still I felt better. Still, I felt better than I had months before, because I was talking about how I really felt about politics and not holding it in anymore. And that was not being true to my integrity. So, and then reading Martha Beck's book made me understand, be like, oh, that is why I felt so much better when I started talking about politics. Because I can't hold it in. It's not healthy to hold stuff in. It's not healthy. That's what's not healthy. It's not talking about politics is bad. Talking about politics is not healthy. That's not it. um, it was healthier for me, and it was good for me to be informed, and it's good for me to express myself. So yeah, that's where I am. So I should go watch your videos, because, like, I'm a paid. I have YouTube Premium, and so it pays you. It should pay you every time. I'm gonna go watch more of your videos. I'm glad you got monetized, though. That's great. Um, and I meant to comment on that video that I watched on the stew. It looked good. Um, yeah, if you want to watch cooking videos, go to Betty's channel. Go to Betty's channel, because I don't think I'm gonna do more food videos. I'm like burnout on it. I mean, that's what I did. That's what I did for 30 years, you guys. And that's why, like, I was looking for a job in food service, but I didn't have any experience in food service other than feeding my own family. I really didn't experience as a cook aside from feeding my own family. So I wasn't, I didn't get a job in waitressing, or I was looking for a job in waitressing, and I wasn't looking for a job in childcare, because I didn't want to be reminded of my kids that were breaking my heart, so badly, so, but anyways, um, and I'm learning more to meditate. That's been helping me a lot too. I feel like that's been helping me to be calmer and have less anxiety also. I've just been learning a lot of stuff, and feeling a lot better, and I'm not gonna do anything I don't want to do. We are meant to live in peace. Martha Beck, look her up, Google her, watch her on Diary of a CEO. She's on Huberman. She's on all these other podcasts too. Listen to Martha Beck, especially if you have any problems with anxiety or you want to be. One of her books that I'd like to read next is Following Your North Star. So that's what I'm doing. That's what led me here. And that's why I'm happier and have less anxiety, because I'm here in California and I got a job being a nanny. And it's like her stuff works, her advice works. Like the proof is in the pudding. That's what I feel like. The proof is in the pudding. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who watches the replay. Thank you to the 7 who are watching. Ma. Thank you, Pam, Brenda, Elsa, Betty. Thank you very much. Did you see, Brenda, that I hung up the thing in my room? I'll go in there and show you, because I'll go in there and show you real quick before I go. So I don't know if you were on here. I showed it, but you weren't here. I ended up hanging it in my room. Oh, it smells. Oh, shoot. Okay, there it goes. It smells good in here. Ian cooked something. Yeah, see, I need to cook less so Ian can cook more. Because Ian's a good cook too. See, I hung it up there. See, this is my room. And I put butterflies on the wall like Irina's too. The butterflies are over here on either side of the window. And the warrioress of love. And the other stuff over here. And yeah. See, I hung it up there, Brenda. My pencil. Sometimes what you're most afraid of doing is the very thing that will set you free. I got that in St. Louis. This is a cross my oldest daughter, who I'm not speaking to now, got in Costa Rica for me. And this is what my middle daughter got me in my in where did she go? Dubai, it says on it. She was in UAE when she was in the army. And this, my youngest daughter made for me for Christmas. She made these for everybody for Christmas one year. My dream catcher. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you, you guys. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Love you. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.